It's a gun, knives, and watches, baby. We gonna talk about that there pack 'em again, boy. In relation to something that's very important in that there pack, man. We gonna talk about them there saws, boy. And them there saws are important. Cause they cut shit, man. Saws cut wood, boy. Of course, they can cut metal, they can cut this, and they can cut that. But right now, we gonna talk about them there wood cutting saws, boy. Cause we need those things. And anybody who's seen my damn pack 'em type videos knows that I've been carrying this there Baco type Laplander, boy. That there Baco, baby. Laplander. It's a little bitty saw that does a shitload of work. It's got their toothums and it's got this, that, or the other, and it fold 'em up 'em. And it's green, so you're gonna lose that son of a bitch if you don't pay attention to it, boy. But right now, what we're gonna talk about is we're gonna talk about editing your pack. Are there a lot better saws out there? Well, hell yeah, man. They got all kinds of shit out there. You can buy, oh my God, you can buy all kinds of things, man. I can carry chainsaws, man. I can carry big saws, small saws, hell, whatever kind of saw you got on it, man. You got a saw and a multi-tool, gonna get her done, boy. But is that saw and that there multi-tool gonna do much shit? Real crap. Yeah. We got a saw right there, boy. And it's a good saw. It really is. But we're talking about editing. And it does what it does. Can it cut V-notches and things? Can it do a lot of different work? Yeah. Is the Lapo, that there Baco Laplander type saw, man, a good saw? Yes, it is. Are there a lot better saws? Yep, there are. We're going to talk about one that's a lot better as a saw, and that's that there Silky BigBoy 2000, baby. It ain't no 2016, baby. It's 2000, and we gonna get her done with that boy. Yeah, we got that there packaging, man. And I've been thinking about that there big boy saw for like, oh God, whew, about a year, man. And it, you know, I thought I had to try one out. Cause it's just, man, it's just so big. Look at that thing, man. God, it's monstrous. It's got them there big teeth. And it just tires over at their Baco Laplander, man. And that's great. It's a hell of a saw. It does everything a saw should do extremely well. It's made in Japan. This, of course, is made in Europe. And they're both top quality products. But when you're dealing with your pack, you really have to get down to editing. What do you honestly need to survive? Well, I'm in a Kentucky type environment. I am in a Tennessee type environment. I am in, Missouri, Georgia, Florida, anywhere this, that, or the other. Now, Illinois, Ohio, New York, a lot of different places, Pennsylvania. Take me anywhere, But in reality, what I need in my pack is, I need a pack I can carry at a reasonable weight, which is really around 23 pounds dry, but that's with food, just no water, but with everything else that I need to survive. Is the Big Boy a superior saw? Without a doubt. It is a tremendous saw that will do a tremendous amount of work. And I have been using one of these for a little over a week or so now and been extremely happy with it. But when you are putting together a wilderness survival pack, or a pack that's going to keep your family alive, or something like that, everything gets down to editing. What is truly important and why? The Baco, of course, is an extremely small, light, compact saw. The Big Boy, for what it has the ability to do, is also a very light, compact saw. But in my world, in my environment, it's a little more than what I need in a wilderness survival pack. Is this a really good saw for my truck? Yeah. For my truck box? Oh my God. You know, if I don't have to carry it, and this, that, or the other, and I'm out in the woods, or I'm just, you know, family camping, or I'm doing anything like that, that's awesome. But unfortunately, I've abused my body to a point to where my body really can only take a certain amount of weight for a certain amount of distance over a certain amount of time. And then it has to recover. And I can't move fast if I'm carrying a lot of weight without doing a tremendous amount of injury to my body. So the Big Boy, even though it is an extremely good saw, has to get edited out. Because if I carry everything in my pack that is the very best at what it does, what's it going to weigh? What am I going to have to actually deal with in this, that, or the other? Now, if I was in a much northern climate, if I was in a situation where I was really going to be out and I needed a tremendous amount of firewood and I needed this and I needed that and da-da-da-da-da, the Big Boy is probably the very best folding saw for its size that you can possibly buy. But being in the fact that really, in all reality, I'm going to be in a more of an urban type environment, I'm going to be in a more rural type environment that is populated. In those type of areas where I have to operate in more of a clandestine type operation, when I have to not be seen, like this, that, or the other, I can't create the smoke from my fire. And I know, you know, build you a Dakota fire, oh man, go, woo! How about just eating shit cold? How about having enough clothes on you to actually keep you warm, and having the ability to actually create a shelter that will actually do that? Now, in a lot of environments, that is the answer. You know, I'm not going to be out in the middle of, you know, the wilderness with 3 feet of snow and this, that, or the other, and I'm trying to create a you know, a warm situation when it's below zero, and I've got a ton of people out there and this, that, or the other, da-da-da. It's my family. Our cars are equipped a certain way, this, that, or the other, da-da-da. You know, it's just, that's just the reality of the world in which I'm going to be in. I'm trying to dodge a damn hurricane. I'm trying to deal with the things of, you know, deal with tornado damage. I'm having to deal with these things that are real and tangible things. It's not some imaginary tomfoolery or bullshit that you know, somebody's created on some website or some television show. In my world, the Baco Laplander, for its size, is the very best saw you can buy. Does Silky have some that will compete or even beat it? Probably. But right now, the Big Boy isn't the saw for me. One of the things that bothers me about the saw, and this is why it's going to be basically my truck saw, is because when you put it in a wilderness survival pack, that's a very abrasive surface right there. I'm putting it against things that are extremely expensive, very important for my survival, as far as keeping water out, as far as keeping water repellency. You know, you've got Gore-Tex, you've got this type stuff. It's not just, hey man, we gonna go, hey man, gonna put it in the back, boy. Yeah man, I don't care what it tears up, man, gonna give a shit, boy, gonna get a saw, man, woo! It's gotta actually work without tearing up a bunch of crap. And that unfortunately is the reality. If these teeth, if there was something possibly which would, you know, make it less ergonomic, or, you know, if I was tired, man, out there, you know, you gotta line that thing up, boy. Where if I am totally exhausted, I can still close the Baco Laplander and never even look at it. The Silky is what it is. It is the race car of saws. Is it the very best for my pack? No. This is Guns, Knives, and Watches, and this is the Big Boy 2000 and the Baco Laplander. And when you are putting things into your pack, you have to edit it down. You have to understand that you don't have to have the biggest, best, most this, that, or the other. Hell, man, we gonna carry that there big, that there chopper, boy. And I went through in previous things about a difference between the center of gravity of an axe or a big knife and this, that, or the other, and da da da. And that's really where we are here. Size and weight constraints, not tearing up the rest of the shit in my pack. Is it the best? No. The big boy will beat it every time. But in my environment, in my situation, and in my pack, with my hips and my back and my this, that, or the other, I cannot go to something like that. Will I try some of the smaller Silkies? Probably. But this is just editing my pack. Have a good one.